Hello, Malcolm. Hello, everyone else. Welcome back to Planetbase. We haven't been back here for a while, but I haven't finished the challenges in the game, so we're going to go on to the next one here, Starport Atlantis. I am coming in with a bit of a plan. I took this on and I thought I'd one-shot it, and I didn't. I did not one-shot it. So I am coming in here with a plan. Your next mission is to take over the management of Starport Atlantis. This is a facility that acts as a waypoint for various trading and mining routes. You will have to expand it and turn a profit quickly. There are no resources on this planet, so any supplies you might need you will have to purchase from traders. Objective: accumulate 1,000 worth of coins in less than 30 days. Pressing key, here we are. Now, I have a few ideas about this place. So we've got a trader coming in right now. First thing we're going to do is turn off trading permission. I think he'll be the last. What have we got to sell? We can sell our 6 veg. We're going to sell our 6 veg and get what we can for them. That's good. Trade complete. We're just open to visitors now, and I'm going to do a couple of things because I did do this challenge once before, so I have some ideas about what's going to happen here. So we're going to put a few beds in here. What I did last time was I tried to open what I called the Altaris Lounge, which was like a facility for let's hold off. Let's just build 6 bed spaces for now. Facility for, you know, having some drinks and having a relax, but what we need is something much more likely to succeed. 2 tomatoes, really? We don't want starch, we have no need for it. It would just end up being traded. So it's just going to be tomatoes and lettuce. They're going to be living on salad. That kind of sucks. Nothing else is high production that's vegetable. Yeah, so we're going to put a boost on the veg room. Just keep them working on that. And then we're going to modify the power system here. We're going to add a large battery to it right now. I'm going to add a sizable battery to it. Put it where? Here. Let's put it here. That's a fine spot. Pop it there. That only needs 1 steel, right? Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to go ahead and do a couple of other things here. So we've got the... So last time I built a bar. We're going to see if we end up with resources enough to do it. So we're going to start out here, and we're going to build a pair of landing pads. One here. Hopefully that only takes 1 steel. Yeah. And we'll build another landing pad here. Whoopsies. Like that. And we'll build a sign. Well, we'll leave the sign for the moment till we're done here. So we're getting that other battery up, and once we've got that other battery up and collecting, then we can afford to pull down the windmill. We've got 8 bioplastic and 20 steel remaining to us, so we are going to go ahead and build the largest variety of sign right here to attract people, and we're going to try to act as kind of a space hostel facility, basically. So that's going to use up most of our existing steel reserves. We may have to pull down that windmill sooner than later. Let's get a boost on this structure, please. I hope we didn't run out of resources or something. We'll find out in a second. If we did, then we'll just pull that windmill sooner than later. So we're going to go up to X4 now because we are pretty much almost where we want to be. Hint landing permissions, yes. Let's just make sure that didn't change our permissions. No, it didn't. So we're getting visitors now already, and we may want to build another food making machine right now. And just let that happen. And we may want to build a screen for them to enjoy some news. Put it there. Get that stuff up. And I think we can now pull down this windmill and get the steel out of it. We may not need that steel, but we could probably sell it. So I'm going to turn down a little and see where we're standing here. So we've got 6 bioplastic left and we're built out. So we could in fact build a bar, but I don't think we'll have the veg resource to do a bar. Very unhappy visitor. So maybe let's spend a little more money on happiness gear in here. Let's just do that. Let's go ahead and put another screen in. Get a little more money for happiness gear. Hopefully there's enough seating. I'm sure there is, because there's barely going to be enough food. So we could technically build a second biodome and increase our food production somewhat. I think that might be the way to go here. Now I'm in uncertain territory. Now I'm trying new stuff. That uses 2 and 2, so we're going to throw it in. I don't think our existing biologists are going to have an easy time with that, so we're going to totally decrease their workload when that goes up. And I don't think we need another O2 generator at all. I don't think we'll need one at all. And I think we'll be okay on power storage and power generation. And maybe we should have built the small sign. What does that drink? 1.5, it's fine. Our food stocks are low. I can well believe it. Let's get a boost on this structure, shall we? And let's get back up to speed and get this biodome built. And then we'll get a more balanced food production going. And yeah, we might have one more to spend on beds if we do this wisely. And I think we're going to pull off the whole star hostel thing pretty effectively here. I think it's going to work. So as soon as that's up, I'm going to slow down a bit and take a moment to consider. I think we'll be fine on oxygen in there. Yeah, it's going to be fine. So now we can put in some slower stuff for variety. So standard speed onion, standard speed radish, and we will remove one high speed tomato and replace it with a low speed mushroom. I'm trying to balance the load out here. Well, let's see how that works for them for the moment. Maybe we should pull this lettuce as well and try to get maybe like another onion or another tomato or something in. Let's take a look at what we've got. We've got onions going in, we've got radishes going in, we've got mushrooms in, we've got tomatoes in, we've got dual lettuce. So lettuce is a little overrepresented. We're going to pull it and see about putting something else in. I don't think we can get pasta unless we grow wheat, but I think we're going to overstrain our biologists if we try anything like that. So we're going to go for more onions because those are nutritious food. And we're going to leave it at that for the moment and see how they do, if that's too much for them to maintain or if that's not enough food production. However it works out. And that is all our bioplastic spenty-wise. So yeah, we can only adjust food production after this, not really do anything about it. And we only have 3 beds. So we could pull something down in here and get another bed going. Might not be the worst idea because we're going to have 6 visitors in the place at a time. So yeah, we're going to pull out a screen and put in a bed. That's probably smart. We don't want people getting exhausted. The biologists seem to be handling it. Food stocks are steady but not rising. So, okay, and I'm pretty convinced that power system's going to hold together. And that should reduce our spares consumption right down, because that could be an issue. And we've got 100 credits, and it's day 1, so we're doing okay. We're doing okay so far. And we didn't build a bar this time. Instead, we built more biodome production, because last time what happened was everyone got flu from malnutrition and died. Or they got flu and malnutrition. Visitors brought the flu, and then malnutrition finished the job for us. So food stocks are staying right steady at 4 with this loadout. And we're running into one maintenance issue with food. So we might want to push the priority higher on maintaining, or we may have overloaded the system. We might want to take one out and then replace the mushrooms with something higher producing. Not really sure. Meals are holding, and only so many people can eat at once, so that should work. No, it looks like maintenance is holding together, so as long as nobody gets malnutrition, our space hostel is good. It's open for business. Love the new ships, by the way. They are super cool. These little ones have like fins for atmospheric descent. Let's see this guy. Where is it? Come here, come here, come here. Oh my god, he's so fast. Gabriel Lynch. He's hungry and tired. Yeah, new ship models. They seem to have completely replaced the old ship models, but that's fine. Oh, and something I noticed while taping the last failed episode that I thought I was going to one-shot is look how far out you can go, man. It's like you can go miles out to sea and be so far away from the colony. You can go way out here, like you could build such a big colony. Now, how do I turn around? Right. Yeah, there we are, way over there. Yeah, you could just build all over this place. I like this world. You can see further on some days. It's all misty today. This is actually really cool. And here we are running on super speed. We're not building up money that fast. Maybe the bar was earning more. That's possible. That the bar actually pulled in more buckaroonies. We're doing good on veg and meals. Yeah, good, because yeah, we don't want that malnutrition and death thing happening again. Oh no, here's one of the old ship models. Cool, good, because I like them too. They're also really super awesome. This is a lovely little game. It had a relatively recent update, adding the new ship models and tuning up the AI and stuff. And I hope people continue to buy this game and enjoy it, because it's a blast. Okay, so halfway through our batteries, a little over halfway through the night, just balanced. And yeah, we're not going to have any variances in our power drain. And veg is looking like it's going to be okay. And we've got our meal makers full of food, which is also really good. If we start overloading veg, we'll open trading and sell some. And maybe pick up a little extra money that way. Oh, and we could sell our 3 steel as well. So yeah, it might not be a bad idea to just open up trading and get rid of that steel. Well, are we going to want it to build anything else with? I don't think so. We could add a connection. Oh no, they take bioplastic. So yeah, we don't really need to add anything here. We're pretty set up. Space hostel, flying along. And selling those excess veg doesn't look like it's going to be necessary. We're getting visitors in. So 200, we're at day 3. We're sort of on track here. 30-day challenge. So let's go ahead and bring in a trader and unload our 3 steel on him. We're not going to sell any of our spares. I think that would be suicide, basically. And we don't seem to be like whack overloading on veg. I think having the sign is good because it's going to give us a slightly higher chance of having visitors. Our reputation is 32, not bad, eh? We've got a trader, we're going to dump that steel. Let's hope he's got a good rate, because he's it. And we are going to go ahead and sell out all excess veg. Just because. Hopefully we recover. But we've got meals in stock. Oh, we don't get to have that much money, do we? No, we don't get to have much at all. Oh, come on. Okay. There we are. Value 105. Well, that's going to be a big enough trade to keep our colony pretty busy. And now we can switch trading off permanently. That'll be done-ski-doo. And we only have one airlock, so this is going to cause some jam-ups. But it'll leave the visitors free to wander the quiet colony that'll have, like, no one in it. Yeah. That's not rice. No, it's onions. Onions, lettuce, mushrooms, tomatoes, onions, and radishes. I think that's pretty damn good. Some people going to bed. They don't seem very happy, so if we did have another bioplastic, we might actually go ahead and build them another screen. That's a thought. Maybe we should, yeah, because we are building up more veg. We'll wait till this trade's over, see how the veg do, and if they're still building up, then we'll pull out one veg generating unit and put up a screen with the resulting bioplast, or we could trade for some money. Oh, that's true. But, you know, balance is better. We do have quite a few unhappies. Let's just see here. Status decent. Not great. Status decent. Not great. Why have we got maintenance problems on all this stuff? Okay, we're going to go ahead and do that. Pull that out. And we're going to put in a screen with the bioplastic. Just whatever, right? If it throws the balance, it throws the balance. But I don't think it will. It's just mushrooms. So it should ease up the biologist's strain. I don't like to see these orange maintenance things on the veg. This is just what happened to us last time. We ran into trouble with all those veg not getting maintained. Oh, it's because of the trade too, right? Right, it's because of the trade too. So they just got to get in and do it. Yeah, and they will. It's because of that huge trade. Well, no more trading for us. We're done. We're not shading anymore. Yeah, nobody had time to do anything. The bots need fixing everything. So hopefully we didn't just cripple up veg production. Why aren't they fixing that? Man, come on. It's going to take a lot of fixing too. That's for sure. Well, we're okay on food and veg. We're holding out. I love this setting. You know, the game doesn't get enough looks around the setting. It's very simple, basic graphics, but it's also striking and pleasing. The art is good, basically, I guess is what I'm saying. The art is good. They're still not getting those fully maintained, man. I guess they're just having to attend to their own needs. That trade really smashed us one. It brought in money, but it really smacked the colony. It looks like veg is down too far. Yeah, it looks like veg is dropping too low, eh? Well, they're not getting these maintained, man. Why don't they maintain them? What's wrong with them? Do I have to hit a push on this? What's going on? I don't get it. Do we just not have the biology staff that can do it? They were managing before with even heavier load. Is it still recovering from that massive trade that's caused this? Well, they are getting some work in on them, so we're not going to fully lose production. Our bots aren't dead yet, so... yeah, engineers can at least carry food to the machines when the time comes upon them. We only have 2 food over still. This isn't great, guys. This isn't great. You guys need to really get this together. You need to maybe fix these. We're going to put a boost on that sector and try to push the biologists into getting those fixed, because it's just not going to work. I mean, yeah, I know there's other tasks to do around the base. Let's take a look at our biology staff here. Are they loyal? Manuel F. Coffin, he's a little thirsty, and Dr. Bill Herman, she's slightly hungry. And then this one is getting maintained by Bill Herman as well. Okay, I can take the pushback off it. It's back in shape. Hopefully they'll keep it that way, and we won't have this problem anymore. Veg are holding, food is holding. Food might even be overproducing. we couldn't get in a... I suppose we could have almost squeezed another starport onto the place, but I think we're kind of at capacity right now. It looks like we stabilized those veg, and we won't be trying any more trading. So really, you know, this is going to just degrade into a watching thing, and hoping that nothing goes wrong, and possibly rebalancing veg if we run into a problem with it. And we're at 374 credits in day 5. So we're doing pretty good on that front. Let's just hope we don't run into any serious problems. I think veg production is sufficient, but it is pretty tightly balanced, and the beds are always full. We could buy more bioplastic, but I think the biologists are working full out on the veg they've got, so that's maximum. So the only thing we'd be buying it for is more beds, and people aren't getting tired faces a lot or anything, so not a big issue. We could push the maintenance button up on both biology rooms, because they do seem to be having a hard time keeping up with it. And we don't mind if they get a little tired doing their jobs. But on the other hand, it's working out. The bots are not getting maintained, which is, you know, kind of like... I don't know what's wrong with the engineers, because they're standing around bloody idle all the time, you know? Like, why you no maintain? Oh, maybe they don't maintain them till they get lower. Okay, so here's one of the big ship models. It's got thrusters to bring it down sort of more vertically than the others. Julia M. Montez. So far no one's brought disease in, thank goodness. And so far one drinking fountain's been enough for all these people, thank goodness. So turning the place into a hostel is working okay so far. And we're not dead on food. We do have some storage space left. We're fine on oxygen. Power's been holding, and I knew it would because I had played the level once before, and I knew that this power would hold this amount of structures. So we could even trade out spares and veg towards the end of the episode to push us over the 1,000 coins. So far this is working. Last time what killed me was malnutrition and flu. Flu stopped people working, and then the biology stuff got lower and lower maintained. The biologists got so malnourished that they refused to work, and I didn't realize about putting an up arrow on the building fixing that, and everyone died. Well, no, people started dying, and once they do, it's the end, you know, like your colony's destabilized to the point of destruction at that stage. I really like the new music they've put in the game. It's lovely. They do keep throwing little changes at it, so it's still fun to play. I'd love to see a sequel. Like, more added content would be nice too, but there's only so much you can do. I'd just love to see a sequel with different premise, different graphics, stuff like that. I've seen a game called Avon Colony that is pretty much the same idea, but I don't like the graphics and the style as much as Planetbase, although it does seem fine. And it has more plot to it, or more story element at any rate to it. I haven't been looking at our people or anything here. The constructor bots are just falling to pieces. They are holding it together in biology, so that's good. And we are definitely, like, we're actually getting ahead in food. So if I had the resources, I could build a bar and expect to fuel it. But I don't think I'm going to try it. So we got a miserably unhappy visitor. Oh, we got a houseplant that we could recycle for resources. Oh, that's a little touch they threw in, because I don't know how useful those are. So we could put in another meal maker or whatever with it, but it wouldn't get us enough bioplastic to build a whole bar. And I'm not going to take a chance like that with a successful hostel. You throw in alcohol, a rowdy element shows up out of space, and pretty soon you need armed guards. Too bad you can't change the sign, but Starport Atlantis is a nice name, actually. Here we are from the other angle. So we just turned it into a hostel, basically, is what we did, and it would definitely need some armed guards, but you could hire them on. You could buy a few guns and hire them on. You know, if raiders show up, then I'll immediately turn trading on and try to get some guns. We may have to do a trade to get rid of veg pretty soon. It's looking a bit that way, isn't it? It's going to end up choking out the storage. Well, we'll let it build for now. When there's a really large amount to sell, I'll sell it. Well, that might really mess the colony up super badly, so maybe I should just dump some of that veg right now, or just next time a trader lands, we'll just do that. Because we don't want to kill the colony. We had such a problem with biology maintenance last time. Oh, so when the trade starts, we'll just put the up arrows on the biology rooms, and hopefully the biologists will stick to their station. There's a visitor just wandering around. Yeah, what's he doing? He looks total suspicious, man. If I had guards, they'd be scanning him. Liam Riggs, you look suspicious. Why don't you watch some TV, Liam? Get your mind programmed back properly. You're not looking right. I don't think raiders are going to come in this level. I think they're disabled, along with medical and most of the other stuff. I'm kind of hoping the next challenge has a lot more stuff enabled and is longer, and is like kind of a bigger, longer challenge. This is a fun little challenge, but I kind of beat it by figuring out a stable configuration that would pay and exploiting it. And as long as we don't cripple the place with this next trade, it's going to work out fine. But these veg are building up pretty fast. We might have to decrease veg production by 1 point, you know. Oh, I could replace a veg with the medicinal supplies and start trading those, eh? Or I could buy a bunch of stuff, including a gun. But let's just trade off our spare veg and get some money. Whoa. That's not gonna happen. Boy, he's got a nasty, steep profile on him there. Okay, and then what? Oh no, I hit dismiss. Oh my god, whoops. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. And I could have traded those veg for stuff, actually, too, you know. Well, they gotta get out of here, or they gotta get dealt with. We gotta trade them. I hit dismiss. I'm so dumb. Sorry, guys. I'd be doing some interior views here, but there isn't much to this station. I guess we can do an interior view out of the, hi Manuel F. Kaufman. Out of the canteen here. Yeah, it's a pretty place. It's a nice place, you know, if you like barrenness. If you enjoy barren, it's nice. Another big visitor ship. I really hope raiders don't come in this. And I don't want more sickies. That was bad last time. Don't have the space flu, please. Thank you for not having the space flu. And I'm glad people aren't showing up with medical needs like wounded soldiers and stuff too, because those would be impossible for us to treat, and they would just wander around the base, eat a meal, and die. Wasting a meal. But this time, last time I was all like, don't you dare eat a meal, get back in your ship and go, because everyone was starving. This time we're pretty food fat. This hostel's pretty well set up. So yeah, when we do the trade, I'll just boost the veg rooms. I could almost pull a veg off, you know? I could almost pull a veg off. Is that a trader? Yeah, it is. I could almost pull a veg off, so we're gonna trade out all this veg. Tiki. And we're gonna take what we can get. Maybe this guy's a better commission. Oh, he has a fabulously good commission, actually. So we got a much better deal from him. So that's cool. Whoops, not quite that good a deal. So we'll trade that. We'll go down to speed 1 here. We'll get that permission off again. And we'll take out our lowest producing vegetable. It's going to be the radishes. I'm fond of radishes though. Oh well, onions are more healthy. I'm going to pop the radishes. See how we get by. I think we'll be just fine. And we'll build another entertainment structure in here. Because we can. So it's another plant or another screen, eh? I think it's a plant, man. I think it's a plant. I don't know if they give equal happiness level or not. Oh yeah, and then I gotta boost these guys up, because otherwise we're gonna fall into total disrepair on that. Oh, and you know what here? Are you kidding me? I better keep it in case we're not balanced. You know that? I better keep it in case we're not balanced, eh? So we'll just see what happens there. Because that strikes me as weird, because we were running short before and now we've got 2 separate rooms, but only 1 room's worth of stuff and we've got excess. That just... It doesn't make a whole passel of sense to me. Here's a very sad visitor looking at a house plant. Now he's going to a video screen. Maybe we should have built another video screen. So we might have made a serious little mistake doing that. But we can fix it. If we sense an imbalance, we will fix it. He needs 9 still. Well, they're churning it out. So other stuff's not going to get done, but it's okay. We powered up the plant production rooms, so that's all good. So that's good, that's good. 5 more to go, and I see people filing out with tons of them heading in there. All our staff. We got a worker, we got everyone, man. This place is rigged. Kind of like building my own staff more. Now we did switch traders off, yes we did. So now we watch veg, and if it starts to drop, we pull out the decorative plant and we put in a new veg. And now we pull these zooms off here too as well. Oh, well they're damaged, aren't they? So the trade had a bit of the same effect. It's weakened our plant status. Oh yeah, you know what, veg are now like super low, but we did just trade them out, so let's see what happens. We've got food, let's see what happens. If they go down instead of up, then we're gonna deal, but the way things stand, well, you know, we'll wait and see what happens when everyone eats dinner. Each day is a new day, right? We can afford a little bit of an imbalance, but not much of one. We don't want to run into malnutrition at all. And all those colonists participated in that trade, well, they'll be tired and hungry. Yes, they will. It's just holding steady for the moment. 8 and 8. Those are actually not high numbers. Well, we'll see what happens here. You know, maybe I better err on the side of caution right now. Pull the houseplant out. Yes, and put the onions back in, or the radishes, or whatever they were. Well, it was radishes. Let's get those back in. Let's get those back in. Might as well. Oh no, and now we have more veg again, and probably more unhappy people, and more trouble maintaining the veg. Madness! Well, you know what, space madness is one thing, but having enough to eat's another. So let's just go ahead and let them maintain their stuff there. They're doing some work. Biologists are getting busy and handling it. The engineers don't have a lot to do, but they can carry veg when the veg come in, so. And yeah, people are eating. Oh yeah, we got a busy canteen in here. We got folks mowing down. One of them's got a plate of pancake-like stuff. One of them's got a salad, another plate of pancake-like stuff. Got some unhappy faces. That's too bad. It would be nice to have more entertainment, but we've got to really make sure that veg stays functional. We don't want to lose this place, man. Space canteens have to have food. That's just essential. It's day 10 and we're at 7:56, so this strategy is working so far. It just was a matter of having it balanced right. It was not the strategy I intended at first. I did intend to turn the place into like a drug lab, space drug lab, but unfortunately, as you can see, lab is disabled, so no point growing those medical supplies and trying to get a space drug lab going. Because those things, the medical supplies sell for 25 each, so I figured I could have gotten 1,000 fairly quickly that way. Oh yeah, veg have dropped right down. I'm glad I threw that back in, eh? That's actually a really good thing I threw that back in, because veg have dropped right down and meals have stayed steady, which means people are eating the meals at that level, but there was not enough veg to back that up. And yeah, there's no veg in storage now, so we'll get a little veg overage again, most likely. We're not going to stress on it. And we've got 3 nice ships in here, one of the old school ships. Just grab the keyboard out. Yeah. It's a different type of atmospheric descent, eh? Or whatever, they're just ship art. They're really pretty cool, though. Now, are those generic reflections, or were those, I think they're generic reflections. They're pretty awesome. I think they might be new. Ships are just coming in. Oh no, it's Jensen Barrero with the damnable space flu, so it's a good thing we've got decent veg production to keep everyone nourished, because he's going to make everybody sick. Yeah, we've got another one down with the space flu. That means everyone's going to get sick and the veg aren't going to get maintained. So we are now going to put a shove on the veg maintenance, I think, to make sure the biologists really keep on top of it, because right now it's absolutely primary importance that despite the flu that's tearing the station to pieces, and people can die of it. If they don't get sleep or whatever, they'll die of it. So we absolutely need to make sure that that food stuff gets maintained at all costs. We cannot let those get down to deleterious status. We now have our big challenge here. And we're not there yet in terms of money. We've got a ways to go. We're down to 10 spares. That's half the spares gone already. And we took out a chunk of the power system, so you would have had to buy more spares, basically. Yeah, everyone's sick now. Look, his head's all hanging. Let's go check him out on the thing here. Oh, we missed him. This is bad news, man. Bad news. Oh, every time you go into the thing, the speed goes down. Yeah, there he is. Well, and yeah, and I don't think people work very much when they have the flu. And it's just going to ravage the station. Oh, we could trade for meds. Can they use medical supplies? Let's not. Let's see if we make it. If we don't make it, I'll call this a glorious fail, and I'll beat the episode on my own, and then yeah, the flu goes away. Yeah, but if everyone starts dying, I'll beat the episode on my own and do the next challenge with you guys, and just call this a glorious fail. But so far so good. We're building up veg again with this flu going on. There's another sick visitor. Man, it's just a dirty disease. Hopefully we're building up immunities to it, eh? It looks like, yeah, less and less people are getting it. Yeah, and his medical condition's going up. So people get over this stuff. So we're not going to try trading for med supplies then, because that could cripple our space effort here. And I think now that the space flu is almost past, well, it's not really quite past, is it? And she's going to go get it all over the fountain. No, it's not really quite past, is it? Is it going to kill anyone? I'm hoping not. Well, we're going to keep those biologies on push then. It looks like our biologists haven't gotten too much of the flu either, thank goodness. So we're going to keep them on push. Stop talking to people. Go isolate yourself outdoors or something. Like, wear a spacesuit till it's over, Enzo. You're disgusting. You're spreading filth and contamination around the base. Actually, he looks like being the last case of it. Let's monitor his health condition as we go. We did turn off traders, but we're getting some veg up again. We could, oh yeah, now he's clean of it. So yeah, now that everyone's health is back, let's trade out those veg. We can get a little money for that. So we'll trade out those extra veg we're building up. Just take a sip of water here. And can we take the biology off push? Well, not if we're going to trade. I think we're just going to leave the biology on push. The only reason I want to take it off is I don't like the look of the yellow arrows, personally. I find they look unpleasant. I won't take it off push. Yeah, it looks better. Put the tops on. There we go. Base isn't naked anymore. Yeah, and we'll trade out that veg when we get a trader. Looks like a trader. So we'll just get rid of all that veg, and we won't alter veg production again. We'll just let this overage occasionally build up. He also has a really nice, generous commission. Really good. Oops. There we go. trade, and now trader off. And we'll let everyone get to work there. I think we gave them enough happiness, equipment, it's fine. And in fact, we're balanced, so. And we're gonna put the shove back on these because I think with the trade on, it's imperative that we put a little extra focus on that and keep it producing. Because if they get into bad repair, the biologists might not be able to catch up. We don't want to throw an imbalance on the place through mere trading. And that's quite a big trade for a population of 6 to pull off. We've got very few bots. I don't even know how many we have. Let's check it out. We've got 6 colonists, 2 visitors. We've got 3 bots, 2 carries, and 1 constructor. So, yeah, and they're wearing out too, so they won't last forever. Well, that trade will give us a nice little boost. And we are now at day 12, and we're already down to 9 spares. So that's something to definitely consider. And stuff's not getting carried off right now because of the trade, but I think that's okay. Still needs 3, but here comes all 3. And done. What does that give us? A nice boost? Yeah, it takes us up to 963. So we're getting pretty close. And we're on day 13. Lucky day, lucky day. We might finish this on day 13 if we're really lucky. And look, we've got overage of edge again, but we've got underage of meals. So those have to get loaded up. And oh, they're getting loaded up. 2 was the right number of them. It serves for the hostel's needs. And we got visitors coming in. We're a popular place. What's our reputation at? 25. I think it went down, frankly. Our status is only decent. Well, we did have a terrible bout of the flu. We can take these boosts off. Just do that, because it looks nicer without it. Oh, wow, but those are in really bad shape. Oh, well, they're going to get on it now, because... Well, won't they? Well, they better. Maybe I better put the boost back on there. Let's just do that. Objective completed. You can now proceed to the next mission. Oh. Okay, well, you guys, I hope you enjoyed our little jaunt here. This was a fairly quick and dirty method of getting the money. It's my second attempt at it, I will admit to that. And we're successful, so I guess we're going to call the episode here, and I hope you are all having a good day or night, whatever time it is where you are right now, and we will see you all next time. So until then, bye for now.